Today, we're going to dive into something a little different. We're looking at 5 small habits, ideas that have been part of Japanese culture for centuries that can help you build a life that feels calmer, stronger, and way more meaningful. And forget about life hacks, this is about a completely different way of approaching your life. Have you ever asked yourself this? You see those people who just seem to move through the world with this sense of calm, this quiet confidence. They seem grounded, focused, and it doesn't look like they're even trying that hard. It really can feel like they know a secret that the rest of us don't. Well, today, we're going to unpack that secret. And this is the absolute core of what we're talking about. Real, lasting change doesn't come from some huge, dramatic, overnight decision. Nope, it's built brick by brick with tiny, consistent actions that quietly reshape your mind, your character, and your entire future. So, where do you even begin when everything feels like too much? Well, this first habit is the answer. It's designed for that exact moment when you feel totally overwhelmed, like you're staring up at a giant mountain and have no idea how you'll ever take that first step. This idea is called Kaizen. It's not about some massive life overhaul in 1 week. It's way simpler. It's about getting just 1% better, making one tiny, almost invisible improvement every single day. And this is how it works. It's the magic of compounding. Doing 1 push-up today sounds almost pointless, right? But here's the trick. Your brain loves an easy win. These tiny habits are so small, they sneak right past that mental resistance that kills our big, ambitious goals. And before you know it, you've built real momentum. And that is the real secret sauce right there. The goal isn't just to do a push-up. The goal is to become the kind of person who shows up for themselves every single day, even in the smallest way. That's how you build an identity. That's how you build character. All right, let's move on to our second habit. This one tackles that quiet feeling of emptiness. You know the one. That sense of, is this it? Maybe you're doing everything you're supposed to do. The job, the responsibilities, but something still feels like it's missing. This is where Ikigai comes in. Your Ikigai is not your job title. It's not what society expects of you. It's your personal reason for being. It's that thing that gets you out of bed in the morning genuinely excited for the day. And in Japan, it's believed that having an Ikigai leads to a longer, happier life because you actually have something meaningful to live for. So, how do you find it? Well, it's a journey guided by these 4 questions. What do you absolutely love to do? What are you just naturally good at? What does the world around you actually need? And can you find a way to get paid for it? But hey, don't get overwhelmed. You don't need to have all the answers right now. Just starting to explore one of these is enough to get you on the right path. And this is probably the most important part. Ikigai isn't some treasure you just magically find one day. It's something you grow. You cultivate it by being curious, by trying new things, and by paying really close attention to those little sparks, the things that make you feel truly alive. Okay, our third habit actually comes from Okinawa, a place famous for how long and healthy its people live. And it's a simple, physical practice that can have a huge impact on your energy and your overall well-being. The practice is called Hara Hachi Bu. And let's be super clear, this is not a diet. It's not about restriction. It's a form of mindfulness. It's about turning off that autopilot we all eat with and actually starting to listen to what our body is telling us. So, what does 80% full actually feel like? Well, the goal is to feel satisfied, not stuffed, to feel comfortable and light, not heavy and sluggish. It's about respecting your body's signals instead of just mechanically clearing your plate. I mean, look at this. On the left, that's what most of us do, right? Mindless eating. We eat because we're stressed or just because the food is there. But on the right, that's the invitation of Hara Hachi Bu, mindful eating. And making that simple shift can mean better digestion, more stable energy, and honestly, just a better mood all around. So just like we can build physical balance, we can also work on our emotional balance. Because let's face it, life is going to be hard sometimes. This next habit is an incredibly powerful way to face those tough moments and build real inner strength without letting it make you better. This concept is called Gaman. Now, this is really important. This doesn't mean you ignore your feelings or pretend everything is fine when it's not. It's about developing the emotional maturity and strength to stay steady when your world feels like it's spinning out of control. This quote, this is the heart of Gaman right here. It's like a quiet internal declaration of your own resilience. It's about learning to sit with discomfort instead of running away from it, and about not wasting your precious energy on things you just can't control. This is how you turn suffering into strength.
And that brings us to our final habit. And honestly, this one might be the most beautiful of them all. It gives us a completely different way to think about our imperfections, our scars, and all the pain from our past. The art is called Kintsugi, but it's not really about pottery, is it? It's a metaphor for life. Every single one of us has cracks, from heartbreak, from failure, from loss. Kintsugi teaches us not to hide them, but to highlight them.
Just let that sink in for a second. Healing doesn't mean you erase your past. It means you honor it. It means you fill those cracks with gold, with wisdom, with strength, with compassion for yourself, and you let them become part of your story, part of your beauty. And I really want you to hear this. You are not broken beyond repair. The most inspiring people in the world aren't the ones who never got knocked down. They're the ones who broke and then painstakingly put themselves back together with patience and grace, turning their own history into a work of art. So here it is, your new toolkit for a calmer, stronger life. 5 quiet but powerful ideas. From that tiny daily improvement of Kaizen, all the way to the beautiful self-acceptance of Kintsugi. Look, you don't need to master all of these at once. You don't have to fix everything this week. The real power is in just choosing one small thing to start with, today. That single decision, that's the moment everything can start to change. So I'll just leave you with this one question. What's it going to be? Which tiny choice will you make for yourself today? Will it be one tiny improvement? A moment of mindfulness at lunch? Or maybe just a kinder thought towards your own past? The choice is yours.